Hello and welcome to this course on ChatGPT. In this series of videos, we're going to be talking about ChatGPT and how coders can use it to augment software engineering, the process of writing code, and just coming up with new technologies. We're really interested in seeing the new ways that we can use ChatGPT to kind of help us code and come up with new ideas. And so that's what we're going to be exploring in this series of videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're already up on the OpenAI page. This is the organization that's behind ChatGPT, which is a large language model. On this page, you can basically read all about ChatGPT, and interestingly enough, one of the first examples they have here actually concerns coding. So they're talking about, in this following example, ChatGPT asked the clarifying questions to debug code. So that's one of the things that we're probably going to be touching on in this course, alongside code generation, algorithms, and creating documentation for written code. So ChatGPT, if you're not familiar with, you can kind of talk to this language model AI in this sort of conversational manner and basically ask it questions, and it'll respond to you and basically answer your question. Now, this isn't something that's like kind of groundbreaking in the sense that it's giving you an answer to a question you asked, because that's kind of what the internet was for to begin with, right? But we're going to see that ChatGPT actually responds in a way that's almost kind of dumbfoundingly like human. That's like, it's so interesting how it can respond with such eloquent sentences. And we're going to see that the conversational format that ChatGPT kind of engages in with us kind of adds to the experience. And it really helps us kind of go one step further and continue asking questions based off previous questions that have kind of given it context. And down here, we can also do a little bit of reading about how exactly the model was trained. And here they talk about reinforcement learning from human feedback. So basically, they took a lot of data on the internet and basically fed it into this learning network that was able to pick up on speech patterns. And now it's basically this model that's able to come up with very likely next words based on the things it's already seen and give you responses that kind of make sense. And one thing that's worth noting is that ChatGPT, using this human feedback component, actually does kind of restrict certain queries. So it's basically able to look at certain queries and choose not to respond to them. So that's something to keep in mind when you're using this. There is an organization behind this, and there's certain questions and answers that maybe they don't want to be explored for reasons that could be maybe they're too offensive, or maybe something not kind of productive to explore. But in this course, we're going to be talking about coding applications, so that's probably not something that's going to be hindering our progress.